Kill a life, hit the lights, let it black out. Black out, hit the lights, let it black out. Black out.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I worked my ass off to get it. Nobody handed me nothing. Wake your ass up. Awaken the beast inside. It's game on. It's go season. It's time for you to take advantage of the access and the resources that you have in your country and your community. You got a problem with your life. You got a problem with your environment. Do something about it. If you want it, go get it.
Recognize the excuses are not valid. They're conjured up, they're fabricated, they're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. Everything is uphill that's worthwhile. And it's not going to come to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap, and it's not going to be something that, oh my God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult.
If you want it, you gotta go get it.
This is your chance. This is your shot. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your place. This is your opportunity.
This is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. It's your dream. If you wanted to have it, get your butt up and make it happen. If you wanted to have it, rise and grind.
You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. It's grind season, homie.
Welcome everybody, we are back with another podcast, which is, if I'm not mistaken, the 17th podcast, that is. But anyway, today's topic is one of the most spoken topic in the 21st century, I think, because as you can see, we will talk about success. And even though it is overspoken, it's one of the most important key thing in life, and it's really hard to say what it is, what you can do towards it. But anyway, we can surely say how we all working towards it. And as usual, Patrick is with me.
Oh yes, welcome back everyone. So yeah, as Ron said, today's topic will be quite interesting and it's gonna be like a valuable lesson for everyone because we will share our thoughts about this and what we think about this whole phenomena. And it's quite important to reach that kind of level that you can be comfortable with. So it's gonna be a crazy one. So yeah, buckle up, lads. And of course, we have another man here, and Roland will actually introduce him to you.
Yeah, so today's podcast is also very special because not just two of us, but three of us is here.
Hi guys, I'm Domi, and stay with us for the remaining questions and answers that we can serve to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you should start everything, Roland, and there should be like a question.
Yeah, just to warm up a little bit. I think the best way to warm up this podcast is to talk about our own experiences. So I'd just like to ask, do you think that you were or you have been successful in life? This is to both of you, obviously.
You can answer firstly, Tommy.
Well, you can describe success in a very various of ways. So, for example, today I went driving, so I'm doing my driving license right now, and if I will finish it successfully, then I will be successful in it, but not in my whole life. So we can make difference in each part of our lives. So I consider myself successful in human connections, for example. But yeah, I could say other things that I'm not very good in it because I didn't put in the work that needs to be put it in.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, I can agree with you definitely. And as for me, I consider success as like it cannot be reached like in days or weeks or years. It's a hard work, and not like you set up a goal and you say that that goal will actually take you to that level of succession, but it's not true. The grind and the hustle during the days and the work towards your dream on daily basis, this is success because you wake up every day, you do your own thing, and you work towards your dreams. And I believe the success, this word, is actually mean that hustle and that grind that you do every day. And what about you, Roland? What do you think?
So in my opinion, success is like very similar to yours, Patrick, because I proceed it in a way that it is a process, like throughout your whole life, which has its ups and downs. Sometimes you are more successful, sometimes you are less successful, and it's also very much through what Domit said, that like it differentiate by the things you do, and in different things I consider myself successful in, and for me, in if something, if I improve in something, then I consider myself successful in it. But like, if it's a bigger thing, or I improve more, then I consider it a bigger success. If it's a smaller thing, then I consider it a way smaller success. Because, in my opinion, every little step towards something you do is called success. As like, at that point, that little step forward is a goal, and it's something you've reached. So that means it's a success, even if it's small. well, for example, I'm trying to lose weight, and I train every day for it, like every morning. Not every day. It's like but like I train 3 times, 4 times a week at least, and every training is a small success for me towards the goal of being successful in losing weight. And so that, yeah, I think that's it for me. It's a process with every little step.
Yeah, training is a very good example for it. So it is the best way to explore it. So you need to work every day, or at least twice, or so constantly on it. You have to take the steps, all the steps every day to make things happen, to make your life go to the next level, to reach your top. So it not happens overnight. It's a way, it's a process. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely true. So I believe that you've said the keyword like consistency, and this is the only thing that would take you to that spot, to that goal, to that dream that you want to live in. And I'd like to add something as well. I believe that we should move on. These were like quite good. It was quite good. But I have a question for you guys. But what do you think? Can we actually divide this huge phenomena like success into like not like subtopics maybe, but like what do you think? What kind of things add up this whole like success?
So I think it's first of all very hard to divide success, and because I can divide success in training if I have that topic. If we're talking about success in case of training, then I can divide it into healthy eating, doing sports, most of these two things. But generally, success is very hard to divide into subtopics. But if I'd like to say I can actually divide it into two things, which first is the actual process that like you're doing towards a goal, what you do towards that dream of yours, and then there is this is, we could say, the internal, which is right away pushes you towards your goal. And I think there is a second one. We could call this as an external one. All the other things which you do by this goal. Like if you wanna be successful in your work and you're doing everything at your job, you're working towards it. Like logically, you got to work every day. You try to be very exact. You try to be rational. You try to work very hard, and that's an internal process towards it. But an external one is that so when you're not working, then you're doing, for example, sports. You are socializing. You are trying to be healthy, and so on. And these are the things which will not directly influence your goals, however, still influence your process. Because if you just concentrate on this road, on the internal road towards success, then you will receive how less and less efficient you are in being successful. Because if you want to be successful, you somewhere have to balance it out, and like you can do that with doing other things as well. Because usually, like, I never really met a person who only wanna do one thing and he is they are satisfied with it. or if for somebody one thing in their life is enough and can totally fill out their life.
Yeah, we all work toward many things in life. So nowadays, people usually juggling with the things that they have to work on and be successful in it. And first of all, I believe we should we should have started about talking that having the opinion about what is success. So for me, success is something that, so everyone consider it differently, and so success is something that you want in your life, and constantly working for it, internal and external each also.
Yeah, that's true. For instance, would you like to add something else?
No, not now.
Yes. So, for instance, for me, it's like, what is success exactly? So, there's a question. For me, it must be like well-balanced life, and the balance between job and school. We consider like now school because I'm in school, but in the future it will be job. Health, of course, both mental and physical health, and actually my connections with people, relations with people. And this is the main three things I believe that I want to be successful at. And of course, it can mean to you like you want to get something, and it is like the same for me as well. But I try to work on those things that I really love doing it. So this is like a half a success, I believe so. So you can consider yourself quite successful when you can pick the right thing that you want to do on daily basis, on everyday life. Because when people do their thing and they can't actually like connect or imagine the meaning of it, or just like to add something to that thing, to love that job, or to love that class because you really like that subject, for instance. And of course, it's really hard to work towards those things that you actually don't like. So this is why I would say that one of the most important things, and it's quite valuable when you actually can pick the right thing for your own, and then you can work your ass off to do that.
That's like somewhere very honest and very true. And I can agree with it. But I also like to add that you previously that you said like balance out the stuff in your life. This is my way also to process success, and I think that also considers that you don't just work your ass off, as you said, about one particular thing, because as I try to explain, I think you can be the most successful if you're not working on one thing in your life at once. Because like I don't know, personally, if I do only one thing, then like I would be bored of it, no matter how much I love it. Because if you do like, let's just consider, we would only do YouTube like 12 hours a day, nothing else, just YouTube. Maybe for a week, maybe for a month, maybe for even 3 months, it would be fine. But after a long term, you would burn out as hell. Like, as a way that you just couldn't concentrate on what you do, and even though you were very, very permanent and successful for a month in what you're doing, on the long term you won't be, because you won't like what you're doing if you do it too much. And so
Not really. So people who do their work very much and are good in it are the people who usually love this. So for let's take an example of basketballers. So if you see someone is a really good basketballer, then he had to work his ass off to get there, and I can't believe that somebody could reach that high level of playing basketball without loving this. So, and if so, this is my experience on everything. If you reached something, so if you're really good in something, then you will start to love it more. So I started playing piano years ago. So I've been playing piano for 8 years. And first it was hard. It was annoying a little. And now when I just sit there with the sheets and just play and enjoy what I'm doing, I started to be thankful for that work, even though it was hard and usually not very rewarding.
Yeah, yeah, it's
by
definitely
the way-
true. I have to agree with you on 100%.
But I think like this needs a little bit clarification. What I meant is if you do only that one thing and nothing else.
But
And,
there's the thing. But there's the thing
And
that
like under that I mean nothing else. I literally heard a story of a YouTuber who, but this is why the example of Europe stuck in me, who actually didn't go out from his house for 2 months because he was working Europe all the time, and he had to totally reconsider his life and his job in order to get out of this loop, because it's not healthy to do so, of course. Like, not going out from your house for 2 months is not really healthy. And under what I meant is, I think you can be the most successful if you like balance out the things you want to be successful in. If you balance out your private life, your I mean socializing with your friends, with being with family, and that is balanced out with your mental and physical health, and then with your career. So like the three things that add up are balanced out. That's the way when you can be the most successful and the most efficient, if the three are connected. And so under the previous example I meant this, you only do one thing, is that when your success will go down. And like I assume that most of the basketballers, for example, in order to doing basketball, they did not forget being with their friends or being with their family. Or like if they did, that wasn't really healthy, at least mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I can actually just like add up this argument here. I believe so. But we have to mention, Roland, you've mentioned that concentrating on one thing is quite dangerous for your mental health and physical health and any other stuff as well. But we have to consider the fact that most people in the 21st century are quite lazy, and they can get lazy easily, quite easily. And of course, this is because of like the way it is. Because we have like our phone, we have our internet connection, and we actually don't have to move our body just like our fingers in order to order food or chat with friends or play with friends and things like that. So you actually don't need to leave the room in order to live life, to eat, drink, and socialize. Of course, not your real life. But the fact is that um, because of this, most people can't actually balance between things because hard work seems to be so hard and seems to be impossible for these people. And in order to just like ease it a little bit, they actually turn into a lazy person because, and there's a reason, a huge reason behind that, which is like the grind and the hustle is so hard that they just like run away because they are afraid of that huge amount of work that they have to put in this one. And of course, this is why balance sometimes breaks because most people are too afraid of huge goals, and this is why most people don't set up huge goals because they obviously have this negative mindset like of course I can do that because I won't even have $1 million when I will be like 30. And
Uh,
of course, because of this mindset, they won't be able to do that, and they will be afraid. So it's quite dangerous for those people who are afraid of goals to try to balance between the two, because they will turn into a lazy one.
I'm pretty sure Instagram and these society, social media plays a big role in it. So
Yeah,
when you're sitting on your couch eating chips and looking at somebody that has way more along their way than you, who had put it in the work, and you see them and realize that you aren't there yet, but because of this hole that is between you and the person, the model, or the basketball player who you are watching, you just feel that you just can't reach that because it's so far from you, and you just give up and look at other successful people not doing something for you to become one.
yeah. This is like one of the main things that annoys me a lot, when I can see like on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or any kind of social media, or TikTok, I see people posting about their success, but most people cannot believe the amount of work that they've put in this project that they've done. And of course, they are just showing the results because it's easy to show the results, and it's like they are showing the results in order to tell themselves, yeah, you've done it, man. This is great.
Yeah.
But other people can like misunderstand this whole situation. Roland?
So like, I think this is a situation which is like working unconsciously in us. Like, social media unconsciously influences the way we proceed the world. As like, I can say in every one of us, we have this pressure from social media, and like as you said, seeing somebody being successful influences that you don't think you can do it because you only see the results but don't see the way towards it. Or like usually there are some people who also post the way towards what they reached. But like anyway, the fact is that this influences you no matter what. And I think the key is somewhere in working against this consciously. You cannot close it out, obviously. However, I think you can decide in yourself that how much it will influence me. It will, because you cannot close it out, but I think you can somehow control it. And just to take an example, we or I, like, depends on what we do, do this Europe stuff for like 10 months now, or around 10 months. Depends on, like, at summer we didn't really have content. But so the situation is that we have 46 subscribers. We don't really have views. And even though, like, I put in, like, if I talk about a video, those are, which I mostly do on my own, that, like, I put in 5 to 10 hours of work into one single video, and like 10 people watches it. I could proceed this as like a failure, because if I see how other YouTubers got 10,000, 100,000, a million views in a single video, then comparing to that, it's a failure. But like, I decided in myself, I will not compare our channel to other YouTubers. I will compare our channel to our channel. And like, if I see that on one video we have 10 views and on the next one we have 10 views again, I'm actually happy, because that means we reach the same amount of people again. And yeah, that's a few, but this is how you are going forward. And so I think a hard mindset is needed in this social media ruled life in order to control this, because this can cause, by the way, serious mental problems as well. Not just the fact that you don't try to do things, it can also cause pretty huge problems mentally for you.
But on the other hand, so I think hard situations just make you stronger. So let's continue this example. If you're stuck with 10 viewers, then you make yourself better. So you think that you constantly thinking about how can you improve in what you're doing to reach your goal, which is now more viewer. But this situation made you that person. Not so no one became very strong, for example, talking about powerlifters, without that work that they put in, without the hard pain most of the times that they had to feel.
Definitely. Like,
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That you have, yeah, you can say that.
So nothing is working without putting the hours and hours of hard process in it. And like, yeah, this also, I think just the key in is that this that you've got, you cannot you can only move forward slowly in something. The key is that it keeps you motivated and it does not unmotivate you, that you, for example, could only lift the same weight as on the previous training. Because as far as I can see, a lot of people got demotivated the first or second time they not even failed, but like got the similar results that before, and like there is not an actual improvement. But by the way, I think that keeping some like not falling back is even a process forward, because from that you will improve into going forward.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I just wanted to add that main thing, that this is the only reason why we have to mention that everyone should pick their like um oh no, I don't know the right word, but like the thing that you would work every single day towards do. This should be like the explanation of this word. Oh yeah, no, no, I don't get it. So like passion, yeah, that was the word. Yeah, so you have to choose your passion, and of course, because we call this a passion, that passion really means that you would rather do that than anything. So this is key. This is key in order to be successful. That you really must love. You really must love to do that. What you really do. So it's really important. And of course, like answering like or just reflecting to your ideas. Of course, we've mentioned failure and we've mentioned the hard times and when you don't actually succeed on daily basis. And it's really true that success, and of course, I believe so that Domi has said that success doesn't come overnight or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's really true. This was like this is like a huge sentence. So, and this is really valuable that you've said that. And of course, we have to mention that successful in a snap. It cannot be managed, man. You have to work hours, months, years towards your goal in order to reach that kind of level. And I believe I've mentioned that setting up a goal is really important when we are talking about how to be and the hustle on every single day on daily basis this is what really means success, that you can work every day towards your goal in order to be a better you every single day.
Yes, I can totally agree, and like being successful is just long as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's long, and when you decide on doing something, you got to be ready for doing it for years and years. But also, I'd like to highlight that, and also, so, let me just restart this sentence. I like to highlight that when you've got to change, also don't be afraid of changing. Because a lot of people fail in being successful because they don't realize they've been doing the wrong thing for years and years. As like if we just think about, a lot of children is forced into learning something they don't want to do, and you won't be successful in something that you don't want to do. And the fact is that you've got to realize if you really love something that you're doing, or you're just doing because you have to do it. And it's important to understand it's okay to change. It's okay to change courses at university if you realize that you chosen the wrong one, or you were even forced into a wrong course. And yeah, the hours that you put in to that particular course are somewhere lost, but they actually not, because this is the road that led into the thing that you like. Just we shouldn't be afraid of changing to the things we like.
This was a detailed explanation of what Tracy said, passion, choosing your passion. Because you have to find something that's the thing that you work towards for it. And we are young, and in this generation, people usually don't find it, or if we think we find it, we can change our minds about it later. But, and there's that but, we are constantly searching for it, and this way we will find it and be good in it. Great.
Yeah, like it's so finding a passion is not a one-time thing. It's not a two-time thing. It's constant. You can even find a new passion at the age of 70. Yeah, you may not, but you can. Like, I heard a lot of old people who find to do something they like at the age of 70, and why not? There is no rule that you cannot change or cannot like getting so cannot learn to enjoy new things. You will find new ones, and maybe like you were working for something for 10 years, but then you find something that you like even more. Like, why not do that?
Wow, this is a huge topic. So if you think back that were we talking about, we just jumping around all the parts of success.
Yeah. But like this is represents the diversity in being successful. It's like it's it's like a spider's web, you know. Throughout life, everything you do is connecting towards being successful. Every single thing, even if you don't think so. And like, while these things are connected, it shows a web, a spider's web, and if you try to talk about generally about success, it also will be a spider's web, a crazy one as well.
I heard that saying that how you do something is how you do everything. Let me repeat it. How you do something is how you do everything. I think it's really, really genius saying. So it means that. So just think about it. If you do 1% better in something each day, even if it's just walking towards your work office or school, and you change something, you learn during it something, you give in that 1% more of your work.
Yeah,
It will benefit you in a huge way, in a great way.
exactly, and yeah. But by the way, that sentence is actually genius. Like, as you just said, because so far my experiences were like, if you are somebody who does not give up, then you are somebody who does not give up in most of the situations. And yeah, it maybe causes problems, it maybe causes good, usually both. But like, it your personality defines this very much, how you do things. And like, the fact is this, this is the fact is that this how you got your personality is something that you've got to realize, because if you got a mishole which actually really puts you in a bad position in case of your success, then you have to not completely, but sort of change that in you, and like find the ways that you can change it or bend it towards the way that works for you. And what I mean by that, for example, I've realized that I've got to train. Like I've got to. It's not healthy to not. It can cause serious problems later on. But I also realized that I don't really have the motivation to train. I don't got the time which I would really like to enjoy training in. And like this is when I realized that I've got to change this in myself, because I will never be successful in training if I don't first decide that yeah, there are things that I can like in training. And like I find my way. That was, for example, doing small trainings but more of them. And I find my way. And this is one of the first steps of being successful, that you find these things in your own self.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And of course, this whole like topic, like success, is huge. So this is why we are just like jumping around, because there's not like a logical way to explain success, because you have to mention everything in life.
In just 1 hour.
Yeah, of course, and it's quite hard. But I believe that we haven't mentioned like your personal relations and all the effects on your success. What kind of friends do you have, for instance? What's your like what people you're among? And of course, we have to mention that real dangerous thing, which is called comfort zone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so of course we all know that comfort zone is the best place to be, but not for successful people. And I believe this sentence is quite it is quite hard, and it's like really raw and harsh, but this is the truth, that comfortability in your life won't take you to anywhere. What's your thoughts about that?
I definitely agree with that wholeheartedly. So, yeah, every little change that you can make to get out of your comfort zone will get you to a better place.
Yeah.
Just little details. So that's an example that try this out. You are walking on a street and just put your hands up and don't do anything other. Just put your hands up, and this is just a way that you step out of your comfort zone, because everyone will look at you that's thinking, what on earth is he doing? But deep down you feel that first you will feel a little anxiety, a little fear. What will they do? But no, nothing really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would just like stare at you. And yeah, this is the other thing that I wanted to make. Of course, Roland, you should tell your opinion about this comfort zone thing as well before I add up something.
Yeah, see, I think it's just completely true. I experienced that, like, being in your comfort zone. It's like the meaning of the word. It means being comfortable. And you are, if you are in it. And yeah, it's not necessarily bad. That's why people don't get out of it, because it's safe. It's not bad. It feels good to be in your comfort zone. But and there are the times when you can be in your comfort zone, like being in your routines or somewhere, being in your comfort zone, and that's cool. But when you wanna really get out there, when you wanna improve that, when you wanna go forward, you have to get out of your comfort zone, because you cannot improve in the things that you are already good at. Yeah, you can improve them, but you only improve them if you go out of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone is the limit that you already reached. These are the things that you already reached, that you already in it. That's why it is your comfort zone. So if you go
Yeah,
out,
it's yeah, yeah.
so
yeah.
you develop if you go out of your comfort zone. That was
Yeah,
only
yeah. It's like you can imagine like a balloon which is like filled with air, but in order to grow better and bigger, you gotta actually put pressure on that balloon, and whilst doing that, this balloon finally, and you will actually be like more bigger than ever before. This is like the growth of life. This is what everybody needs to do, to pop their own balloons in order to grow and just like flare into the atmosphere easily. And this is what
Disappeared.
yeah.
So comfort zone can be bigger than your past comfort zone
Yeah.
by doing the things that you fear of.
Yeah.
Let's just say so. Yeah, internet is full of examples right like this. I've been doing cold showers in the morning, and this is just a great way to do things that you fear of. So when you just look at that shower head and thinking, oh my god, this will be frightening and I will be terrible, but no, you just turn that tap on, and yeah, I have to say it's bad, but after that the feeling of achievement will be much better than anything.
Yeah, like just facing your fears as I can say the toughest thing in life, because usually usually those are but after you dealt with them, it's the best feeling. For example, this is very personal. I'm sort of an introverted person. Like I like to go out with my friends, but I'm really afraid of getting to know other people, and I know this is very much in my comfort zone, that I don't want to get to know people. However, when I actually get myself that no, you have to face this fear of yours, no matter the anxiety of yours, no matter how much you're afraid, you've got to face with it. And whenever I did in my life, which I think I did sometimes, and like I think I've been working on it, I felt so good. I felt so successful.
Congratulations. These are the steps that needs to be taken.
Yeah. And by the way, Chisi or Patrick left our comfort zone because he is not in our Discord chat anymore. I don't know what happened to him.
So we are facing a problem that need to be solved.
Yeah. But like anyway, until like it's not solved, we can go on, and maybe Chisi will come back. I will write to him. So I have in this success thing another question. uh, how much do you think that you need a plan B? Because this is what very
Oh.
debatable, I think. Like, do we need a plan B, and like how much we need a plan B?
No. So my thoughts on it is no. We don't need something that is that not helps us to reach our plan A. So we want something, and if we clarify us that what do we want, then why on earth would be putting energy and all kinds of work to the plan B that we didn't choose. So first we chose plan A. Then we have to focus 100% on plan A. Or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm back actually. So
She's back in our comfort zone. Yay!
Yeah, so I believe that my sentence was like cut off.
Yeah, but we went on. So now
Alright, then.
we're talking about plan B. How much we need plan B? Do we need plan B?
I believe that we should have something, but this plan B should bucket, and you definitely should concentrate on 100% on plan A. Really key. And of course, when you do on 100% every single day towards plan A, the only thing that will stop you won't be you. So this can be actually like be a success, of course, but of course your environment actually can destroy your dreams, or like there could be like illness or disease, of course, and something can go wrong even though you don't have control over that specific thing. So this is why plan B should be there, but you shouldn't work on plan B until you fail on your main project.
Yeah. You mentioned the company that you around you. I think we need to be more detailed about it. So, what does your peer pressure does on you, and how could you change the environment around you that will drive you to a better position in life?
Like, Roland, I believe that you should answer this firstly because I've just talked a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Alright, then I can actually answer this.
Okay,
So,
then go on, and I will catch up. I promise.
alright, so I believe that the question was like that what can you do in order to choose your company and to have like the same kind of mindset that those people who surround you should have the same mindset, or just like the goals, or so in order to grow together. So this is like the idea. Yes. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's quite important, of course, to choose your friends, and I can exactly tell you where you will be in life in 5 years, just knowing your 5 best friends. Because the 5 best friends, the 5 people you are surround yourself with on daily basis will actually add up their personality, their goals, their mindset, their like determination, on every single day, all these kind of things that people have, they have value characteristics and everything will add up, and this will be like it will equal you. So you are like the like equality of this, not like equality, but like the I don't know the word for this actually.
Result.
So it's like these 5 people will eventually add up, and you will be the one they are come together, or something like that.
Yeah, I see. And like, by the way, the plan B and this can be very much connected. And what I mean under that is it very influences how you will shape like your group. It will influence it. And also your plan B is, I think, is mostly concentrated on the closest people of yours, because if you have like a goal, a plan A that you are 100% going towards, then if maybe for some reason, because life says no, you cannot do it, then you will fail. But the people who are the closest to you are those ones who you can always get back to. And if you may fail in that one goal of yours, these people will be there for you. And this is why I think that like a concrete plan B is just useless. Planning plan A is what we need. Like organizing plan A together, having different variants of plan A is what we need. And if maybe not all the, if 0 variants of plan A gonna be there, then our plan B is getting back to the people who we are the closest to, because they can help. They always can help.
Partly agree. What's your thoughts about this?
One thing I like to add, of course, like there are situations when not. It's just a generally speaking. Always maybe it wasn't the best thing to use, but like generally speaking, obviously there are situations like a very bad illness, for example. But yeah, that's it. Just go on.
Tommy?
Well, I agree with that. So I want to add that. I'm very thankful for our friendship, for example, because we constantly trying to help each other and move each other out from our comfort zone. And so this is my first time talking into YouTube podcast, and this is just an example of it. So I just moved to the next level because of you, so thank you guys.
Thanks for you.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah, and this is the other part why, like what Patrick explained very well, how the people, the group we surrounded with, push us forward constantly. If that's a group of that, obviously.
Yeah, of course. On the other hand, they can actually just like drag you down with them. So yeah. This is why you have to choose your friends wisely.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I think just your group, that like the group that you are in is actually a comfort zone of yours, which pushes you to get out of it.
Yeah. Like your comfort zone, but like not that from that specific group, but on other like parts of your life, for instance, job and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I think for closure, because we are over 1 hour, I think one last thing is very mentionable, and that's failure. We partly talked about failure, but I have a theory that the big part, actually the biggest part of being successful, is failure. And I don't mean a whole failure, like complete failure, but the small failures actually leads you towards your success the most. And like, yeah, that's somewhere working with the things that you do, working the practical things you do, but failing is pushes success so much forward that nothing else can, if, and that's a big if, you are willing to do so.
Yeah, it's necessary. It's necessary to fail, because then you will learn from it. So actually, fail is like a made up word, because there's no fail life. I mean, this is how I believe everyone should consider this, because fail doesn't mean that your life is ended. Fail actually means that you just have to think more about your situation, learn from the mistake you've done. So it's like failing something doesn't mean that you really need to get into a depressive momentum or something. So you don't need to get upset about it. You don't need to be sad about it. You just have to concentrate on learning the mistake, and next time you won't do that again. So this is why it's really important, because without failing, you are not learning during your process of like working towards your succession, of course. And this is key, because we learn with mistakes. And there was like a discussion between me and Roland like few days ago. It was like yesterday maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I've mentioned that, like, consider like a baby who just like who's just like trying to get up on their feet and take the few first steps, but they will fail because they will actually crawl for the first time. They will actually fall a lot of times, and actually every single human being, or at least most of people who actually have the ability to do this, they will get up on their feet and walk. And like, imagine that specific baby would say that, oh, just fuck it, I won't even do it because it's so hard. You won't be able to walk now. So the laziness and all this fear from our goals comes from the nature that we are surrounded with, of course, and all the bad habits that other people actually hold and they have, and we are under constant pressure because of this. Because as a baby, you didn't really think about these things, that what your parents tell you exactly, or things like that. So you weren't like controlled by anything, and this was like quite a valuable time of your life, because learning was fun, and learning was like quite valuable in your eyes. And now most people, I believe, they just forget about this part, that they must have this hard work in order to reach something.
So it's all about mindset.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can look
definitely.
at something positively and negatively also.
Yeah, of course.
If you look at your problems, then you can say, oh fuck, I won't ever do it again, and I will go to my bed crying. Or you can say, oh fuck, I will do it anyway until I will reach what I want.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Yeah.
exactly true. Roland?
Yeah. So if you don't mind, I'd like to also close it up, the podcast. And I just brought a quote, which I've just got to know yesterday, from Denzel Washington, and I really love it, and I think it describes all that we talked about: failure, plan B, and being successful going forward. So it's gonna be very easy. I don't wanna fall back. I wanna fall forward. And I think this is what people need, and it's just up to you if you wanna translate this to your life or not. It's okay if you don't, but don't be surprised if you never gotta be that successful as you wish to be.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to say as well, that um some people don't have these like emotions and these ideas about life that they must work until they get to 100%, or at least they can. Ordinary doesn't mean that it's not wonderful, it's not like mentionable, it's not like valuable. Everyone has to work on their own level with their own thoughts and ideas. And of course, three of us has these kind of ideas. So yeah,
Yeah.
few of us have. Sorry. Yeah.
And then, if you don't want to add anything else, then I think this was all for today. I hope, guys, you enjoyed it. And if you did, then be sure to subscribe and hit us a like. It would be really, really appreciated. We do appreciate every single support of us, even though we are a starter channel. We try to give our best possible for these podcasts and educational content. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We have a special Christmas series going on TikTok, so if you are into Christmas, you can check that one too. And thank you so much for Tommy and Patrick being here with me today. I hope there is gonna be more of these.
I enjoyed the whole process. And
Yeah.
I learned about it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. See ya.
See you guys.
So, yeah.